what I want to know is, for this new Sonic 4, are they actually going to go back to the original? Not that I'm complaining, but go back to the original and have you collect emeralds and just go Super Sonic whenever you bloody feel like it?
Um,
Because
well, I
each
can't
game
actually see
we've
that
been in,
happening.
it's like Super Sonic on the last final level after you've completed it all, just to go Super Sonic for like 10 minutes to
Mm.
take down the big ultimate Super Ultra Turbo Turkey boss.
That would be awesome. Giant mecha turkey as the final boss.
Mecha Kraken.
Well, it'd actually be better than the Sonic Unleashed final boss. I mean,
That was way oversized.
that game was fun, but geez, that final boss was just pathetic.
Do you know what was over the top of about? Do you know what was over the top about that? What really the last straw was? Chip summoning those giant balls to make it into Super
It was
Ultra Turbo
It's a
Transformer.
Constructicon. That's all that is. It's a giant stone Constructicon.
When I just I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck?" Sega, please take
Kill
it
him.
from me. Listen, Sega, if any of your employees watch this video, please don't have big, ultra, super oversized bosses, because for us older, more mature fans who can accept it, that is just over the top. Me personally, I think it's over the top.
So what?
BioLizard,
So
it was acceptable.
Perfect Chaos
Perfect
wasn't
Chaos,
oversized.
acceptable.
What about Metal Overlord?
Metal Overlord, I think he was smaller, but it was still acceptable. It's just Dark Gaia and that Golem thing, which were way oversized. They were about this bigger than anything.
Yeah, they were a level in themselves during the final boss. I mean,
Exactly.
but at least they could have made the final bosses more challenging as well. Because I mean, Solaris at the end of Sonic Next Gen, he was really easy because you could switch between the three of them anytime you wanted, and you got all your rings back.
Yeah, past, present, future, all
Yeah.
that bollocks.
The best one, the hardest boss battle that I fought in the final level, in the final one, was Black Doom, like Devil Doom, rather.
Alright.
His fight actually was a bit challenging for me. I mean, it might just be because I sucked at the time, but
Well, you did have to shoot the balloons to get rings and
yeah,
everything
and
before
the fact
they
that you
just
had to
drop
you had
away.
to hit him in the eye, which was he kept using chaos control whenever I got within range. So, but the Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic the Black Knight final bosses were hard for a
Well, I
different.
have I can't have a say on that because I haven't played. I don't have a Wii for
Uh,
Black Knight
well,
and Secret
well,
Rings.
both of them are good games. However, I say that Sonic and the Black Knight is 10 times better than Secret Rings because of the controls. But both of them, the final bosses were challenging for their own reason, primarily because the controls were terrible.
You do know we have to split this video into segments now.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I was planning to do anyway. But no, you haven't played it, so you don't know. But for Sonic and the Secret Rings, the controls were terrible the entire way. I mean, the fact that you can't stop him going forward unless you tilt the wave modes in the right way, it was terrible. And thank God they fixed it for the Sonic the Black Knight. But that one, the problem is, I'm left-handed, as you know. So
Yeah.
the way I do it, I will hold the Wiimote in my left hand and the nunchuck in my right. And I played through the entire Sonic and the Black Knight game like that and never had a problem. Until the final fight, where you have to push the two shoulder, I call them shoulder buttons because the way the shoulder buttons would be on a regular controller, which I think is like, was it B and Z or something on the Wiimote?
Let's just get to the point. Let's just get to the point.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, that is the point. The fact that you push one of them and Sonic will do like a barrel roll in that direction.
Do
But
a
because
barrel roll.
Yeah, I was doing that the entire fight. But you meant to hold it. You meant to hold it the other way around with the nunchuck in the left hand, because if you push the button on the nunchuck, he'll roll to the left. Sorry, and if you push the one on the nunchuck and the Wiimote, he'll roll to the right. So the way I'm holding it, if I push the button on my left hand, he'll roll to the right. So you've got the controls are very precise in that battle. Actually, there's been times where I actually threw the remote at the screen once because there have been loads of times throughout the entire game where it'll show the Wiimote shaking, and then you'll feel a slight vibration, and that's when you're meant to swing the remote to break through your enemy's defenses. And it happens on all the bosses. Now there have been times where I know I have hit it at that point where it's vibrating. I've went to swing my sword at them, and they have hit me. So
Oh. I think we're trying to get a point across here that every single game
has flaws.
has flaws. Okay.
But I contribute
Sonic
that
06 has its final boss.
to Sonic
Black
06.
Knight has its...
Sonic 06 is a giant flaw in my opinion.
Careful.
Okay,
You're talking to a fan here.
Yeah, but even you can't deny the fact that it was released prematurely. They released it for the Christmas rush to get it out there so that people could buy it for Christmas. They should have kept it and worked on it longer, and then it could have been even better.
Possibly, yeah. The only thing it could have done without is them speed stages for Sonic.
Oh, the Mach stages. Well, the problem is Sonic is slow throughout the entire game, except the Mach stages. But the Mach stages are hell because you can't stop, especially the what's it called? The Future City one. I can't remember the name
Crisis
of it.
City.
Crisis
That
City,
is a bitch to do on speed stage. It's impossible to have all your rings at the end of that. All that you've collected through the stages are fucked.
But how do they expect you to have the camera suddenly switch behind you, so all you can see is the flame tornado coming at you? Then all of a sudden it switches to in front of you, and there's a pillar that you need to jump over. I mean, at that point, you just panic, hit the jump button, you fly over it, and fall down a hole.
That doesn't happen on mine because there's no holes in the floor.
No, what happens is I fly over the ledge.
It does give you a window of opportunity to just see where the boxes are and everything to try and dodge them.
You don't have much time though. I mean that Mach stage is hell.
Yes, it is. I've only done it on X rank once, and I have not changed the file ever since because I know for a fact I won't be able to do it again because I just got off lucky there.
You know, one thing that I didn't get though was I can't remember the name of the level. I think it's Kingdom Valley or something. There's a Mach Sonic has a Mach stage in that one or something, and he's running through a waterfall.
Dead easy.
But when I played through that one, I couldn't tell what I was allowed to run on and what I wasn't. Like, there's certain parts of where the water's flowing over the wall as he's running along it, and I thought
the question is, how is the water flowing like that at all? Is the question.
I don't know,
but anyway, we're trying. Back to the subject.
No, I have one more complaint. One more, and
okay.
And you're probably going to defend this to the hilt, but Silver.
No.
I have two complaints about him.
No.
First one, when you're playing as him, he is slow as all hell. And I get,
still cool.
I get that they're trying to break the mold and not have him be like Sonic and Shadow where they can run at Mach speed. Which is an interesting gimmick, but it doesn't change the fact that in level he can barely move. He is really, really slow. And especially since he doesn't have a melee attack, he can't get out of the way of enemies coming at him. My second problem...
melee-ish if you freeze him when you're right up to him.
Well, his telekinesis
swing at the arm and then boom! Robot's frozen.
Yeah, but his telekinesis powers have terrible glitches, where half the time it just doesn't work. There has been times I've picked an enemy up with my powers, I press the button to throw them, and they just drop where they are. And then smash apart.
Yours is not. Mine must be the only glitch-free version because that does not happen to me. They always go flying.
What happens when you fight Silver as a boss?
Well, I always keep my distance, but there's been several occasions where he's grabbed me and just thrown me.
What about the first time you ever fought him?
He grabbed me and threw me.
Yeah.
But I managed to recover and get away.
Have you ever tried doing a bounce attack down on him?
No, I just go for the
or try to do a homing attack. If you do a homing attack, that is instant death. Because you'll end up above him, he'll throw you up, you'll hit the invisible ceiling, lose all your rings, you'll fall down on him, and then he'll throw you back up again and kill you. No one knows
well, that's
how
why
to
you
fight
have to.
him
That's why you have to wait until he's picked up all them objects to.
Yeah, but no one's going to know that the first time they fight him. You have to fight him at least twice to know that.
You have to learn from your mistakes. Yes, I did just say that. Deal with it.
Okay, yeah, but it's not the same as saying, well, the old school Mega Man games are hard because you need to keep dying until you get good enough to get past it. It's not like that. It's just a cheap kill.